For this project, I am going to build a real-life Mario Kart. What is a real-life Mario Kart, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's basically an electric go-kart where everything's controlled through an old-school Nintendo controller. So we'll have electronic steering in the front using the arrows. We'll have electronic forward instead of a gas pedal with the electric motor. And I'll probably figure out some type of brake, maybe the A button or the back button. Lots to do. Do some welding, some electronics, some Arduino programming, but should be a good one. In my head, I can already picture what it's going to be like to drive this. Starting in the front, here's the plan. I got some wheels and tires. Have some hubs that fit the rims. I have these spindles. I could have built these myself, but I splurged a little bit and bought some pre-built ones because they seem pretty nice and heavy duty. Had all the bushings, so it saved me a little bit of time. So those fit on there nicely. I have this 12-volt stepper motor I'll use to control the front steering. Here's a bearing for that. I have a nice encoder for it so it doesn't get lost. I have some sprockets and various attachment things. I have to make some tie rods, and that should be about it. Moving on to the back side. Alright, I have rear tires, got a seat, rear hubs to fit the tires. I have this V4 electric motor that'll be kind of the heart of the operation. Here's a controller for the motor that came with it. I'm going to control everything through an Arduino that I will have to wire up and program. Rear axle bearings. Haven't ordered the rear axle yet, so I can wait and see exactly what length I need. Brake caliper, disc brake, and linear actuator that I'll somehow attach to the brake caliper, and so I can remote control it. And that's the general plan. So this looks pretty good. This will be about the wheelbase. I'll have the batteries and some side pods, I think. We'll see how that works out. And yeah, this thing's pretty much going to build itself. Have the frame tacked together. Next up, I'll be setting the ride heights. I want to go about 3 inches from the ground for the front bottom of the frame. I think that's about right. Shifter carts are more like 1 inch, and off-road carts, which this is not, is more like 5 inches or more. So if I put it up here, it's going to ride a little low. And if I put it down here, by the time I put the axle on, and these wheels, it'll be way off the ground. So I think what I want to do is just, and it has these nuts in the back of the plate. I think what I want to do is just sheet it down just enough to where I can get those nuts in the back end and tack it on. And I think that'll be about the right height. For mounting fronts, I do have a bunch of options. The coolest would be if I could mount them low and then have my tie rods run underneath the cart frame. That'd be great, because then they wouldn't be near your feet, but I'd be worried about running over something and having those be the low point. So maybe the best option is to mount them about like this. Now the tie rods are running through here, which isn't great, but I could build a little protection box so you'd set your feet up against. Also, it has the advantage of having about the right wheel height. And then put the tires on. The ride height looks pretty good, and overall I think it would work. The problem is the tires are going to hit when I turn. I think what I may do is just cut this tube off that's just tacked on and extend it about an inch, and then this will mount out here, and then I'll never have to worry about the tire hitting the frame. So that's probably what I'll do, and then I can put a nice gusset down there to strengthen everything up, and I think that'll be the way I'll do it. Okay, frame's all tacked together. I ordered this axle, should be about the right length. I think I have all the pieces I need to go ahead and test fit everything and see if it's all going to work. Alright, it's on the ground. Let's see if I can sit in it under its own power. And it is lightly tacked together, so I may fall all the way through to the ground. Alright, not bad. I think this is going to work. Oh, it rides great. I like the height. I think it's all going to work out.